And it's the same thing here that we need to kind of realize. The solution is not to go buy a bottle of calcium magnesium and just further the problem by dumping in more of that one specific mineral. It's by attacking the problem by adding in more trace minerals, which opens up the full chain of minerals, which makes everything work better. Let me go ahead and show you a quick picture. Okay, so this is a very crude example because this actually isn't the full chain of minerals. There's actually 108 minerals available to your plant. We actually only go after the NPK and a few other macro minerals, and some of the macro minerals we call them trace minerals, but those aren't trace minerals. The real tiny down to the level where we scientifically still can't even prove that those last few minerals are available because how small they are, and we just don't really have the technology to prove it. There's 108 trace minerals basically. As you can see, our mindset is, okay, we have a calcium magnesium deficiency. Okay, we adjust the pH because we think we're an expert grower, and really that's one of the best solutions to help fix the problem immediately is to adjust the pH. And then you do it, but what's really doing is that's making the minerals in the environment slightly more available. So yes, it's solving that problem immediately. The plant's going to improve, but you're not really solving the problem. You're just treating the symptom. And the plant might look healthier and you might be able to finish the grow, but you don't really truly access the full potential of the plant. What I mean by that is initially got into the problem in the beginning was that you had a mineral deficiency, a trace mineral deficiency. And because you had too much of the other minerals, it began to become an isolate, which began to throw off your pH and began to create a nutrient lockout. In this situation though, the symptoms began to show up in a magnesium deficiency. So obviously, if we know our shit pretty well, what we're going to do is we're going to adjust our pH. We're going to identify that it is a magnesium deficiency. We're going to go get some CalMag and we're going to provide it to our plant. All that's going to do is it's going to treat the symptom right there at that moment. And yes, like we were talking about a second ago, it might be able to complete the grow, but when you get your results back at the end of your crop, you might have a 1% on terpene count or a 1.5% terpene count, because first off doesn't have a full buffet of trace minerals, which it was trying to tell you in the beginning by letting you know, hey, I'm missing a mineral and I'm going to show you in this manner by showing you a nutrient lockout. And yes, the plant goes back to looking green, which makes us feel better. We get a yield and we're able to turn our crop. And in many levels, that's what matters to 99% of everyone out there. Although, if you want to grow herb or fruits or vegetables or anything out there that has a really great shelf life and holds its terpenes or its smell or its flavor longer, it's because the plant has its trace minerals. And anyone out there that smokes cannabis knows they've opened up a bag that smells decent right when it's harvested, but then a month later, 2 months later, no more smell, or the degradation begins to start. Versus other crops, for some reason, that smell doesn't matter. It's 6 months later or a year later, it still smells great. The plant looks healthier. It doesn't really look like it's degrading from long-term storage. And the reason why is because it's had its full trace minerals from the beginning, and the plant structure all the way from beginning to harvest to long-term storage, the plant structure has had more integrity throughout the entire grow.
Wait! What are you buying retail for? Become a member and go direct to the manufacturer, as low as $50 a month. Learn more below. Don't worry, you're not going to get the coronavirus. We're practicing social distance. This is the internet.